Yeah. Y'all watching the Grind Ethiks Mixtape Show, and I'm your host, Victory, BX Supreme Promoter, basically. You know what I mean? Know what I'm saying? Basically. Yo, what up? What up? Thank y'all for watching. You know what I'm saying? This is part 2 of Stop Worrying About How Crazy the World Is. Just focus on your goals. This is part 2. Because I feel like I gotta say some more stuff. Anyone that like this episode of Grind Ethics, I'll be grateful if anyone could make a donation. It's Grind Ethics Cash app, Grind Ethics Cash app. Also, I'm on PayPal, Grind Ethics PayPal. Still thriving to build this studio. Also, finish up building up the studio. Also, I'm about to build up a big marketing campaign, need money for social media ads, all that, you know? Anyway, yo, I want to talk about this topic again, man. Stop worrying about how crazy the world is. Focus on your goals or just live your life. Okay? Just live your life. Okay? Forget about that. And then another thing that I was going to talk about on part 1 is people, and some of y'all that's watching, y'all probably do the same thing too. Y'all probably the same way, right? You hear about on the news or YouTube or social media somewhere about people overseas. People overseas, like maybe in Africa or South America or Asia somewhere or Europe somewhere. They're being a group of people are kind of disenfranchised they're not living that good. They're struggling, they're hungry, and all that crazy stuff. Or a bunch of Ukrainians got bombed by Russians or whatever, and you feel bad. You're like, yo, how can I be in this nice, decent house or apartment while other people in other parts of the world is 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 struggling, and I'm doing well, and then other people are hungry, and they listen. Don't feel bad because you're in a better situation than other people. Don't feel bad about that because that got nothing to do with you. Did you bomb Ukraine? Did you make a bunch of African people hungry or South American people hungry? No, no, you didn't. So why are you feeling bad about other people living a unfortunate life? That has nothing to do with you. And then you want to dwell all day, every day about people in other parts of the world being messed up. That ain't got nothing to do with you. But at the same time, people who think like this, they don't do nothing. They don't give a little penny or quarter or money to like charity that help the people that they feel sorry for. They're not. They just talk about and complain about how people all over the world are messed up, but they don't do nothing about it. Like for example, I remember I was downtown, right, downtown Manhattan, to get my merchandise, right, and there's homeless people right there, right, in the subway, and there was this one woman looking at this homeless guy, or this, I think it was a homeless couple. I don't know. She was just looking at somebody. And she was looking at these people for days, for hours, like just looking at them, just to look at them. Like she wasn't looking at them like she feels sorry for them. She was looking at them like there was a freak show, like she never seen a homeless person before. Right? And I'm looking and I told her, I'm like, yo, miss, oh, you're gonna stand here all day and stare at these people? You act like you never seen homeless people before. Or you gonna stand here or you gonna help people. Like it don't make no sense. And she was looking at me like, what's wrong with people? People just stand there and people complain on the weekends or whenever they're not working their whack ass job that they hate and complain around and complain about their friends about how other people in other parts of the planet are not doing that good. But at the same time, these same people are not doing nothing. They're not giving no money to no charities to help these people. They're not doing nothing. How you gonna feel bad about how you gonna feel bad about people in other parts of the planet not doing so good? They're struggling hard and they're starving and all that crazy stuff, and you're not doing nothing about it. You're not even giving a penny to charity to help these people. It don't make no sense. So you just complain just to complaining. I'm beginning to think that people are enjoying themselves or having fun just complaining about how effed up the world is. Me, that's not my idea of having fun. My idea of having fun is chilling in the park and smoking weed. Okay? I don't understand people. You know what I mean? I'm beginning to think that people just want to complain just for the sake of complaining. And I walk away from people like this. Like, no, I'm not going to sit here all day. And I'm not going to sit here all day from a hard days of work listening to this. No, I'm not doing this. I'm not doing this. No. But yo, God, let's watch the news. No, God, we're not doing this. No. No. Besides, I hear bad news on social media before I even get the chance. See, bad news hits social media before the corporate news, before the regular news on the regular idiot box or the regular televised television or what they call television. Okay? Yeah, yo. I don't get caught up in that. I don't get caught up in stuff in other people. And I feel sorry. I do feel sorry for people overseas who are living bad. But am I gonna dwell on it all day? Am I gonna dwell about it all day and feel guilty because because I live with my mama and she takes care of me still to a certain degree? No, I'm not gonna feel bad about that. I'm not gonna feel bad about that. I'm not gonna feel bad about that. And some of y'all might feel like I should feel bad about that. No, I'm not going to. I'm not. Okay? But be grateful what you have. And I'm grateful of what I have. You know? And I don't want too much. And I don't need too much. That's what my life is good. Okay? That's what my life is good. I don't need too many things to complicate my life. Okay? But going back to that, yeah, stop worrying about other people, especially if you're not going to help them. You know, what's your goals? What you want to do? Focus on that. Stop focusing on doomsday. Stop focusing on what might happen or what might not happen. Hey, come on. Because you have to think about it, especially for those if you're in your 30s and your 40s, you know about the fake Y2K back in 2000 that didn't happen. Y'all knew about the end of the world back in 2012 that didn't happen. Or what happened back in 2001? Back when when the twin towers fell down because of the terrorists or whatever, right? I thought a bunch of Arab terrorists supposed to take over America. That didn't happen. Listen, listen. I don't know what city y'all live in, but I'm from New York. And one thing that Arabs took over was the fucking weed game. Okay, was the weed game. I mean, that's the only thing they took over from what I seen. From what I seen, you know. And yes, I can't complain about Arabs making money off of trees when I buy from them too. Okay, but come on, for real. I thought that's supposed to happen, and it didn't happen. So why are you routing yourself up over what? You worried and you with your friends talking about something that's not gonna happen, and you building up your anxiety level, you're committing suicide slowly, you know, and then when this thing's supposed to happen, it doesn't happen. And then yeah, you listen to these stupid ass YouTubers or these conspiracy theorists that just want you to click on their videos so you can watch their stuff, and so they can make more advertising money. Matter of fact, let me tell you a story. Last week I was on YouTube, right? And I was scrolling, and there was this one YouTuber that had a headliner. He's one of these conspiracy theorists that don't have no evidence or nothing, right? Probably. And and the title said, "The internet is gonna black out in 72 hours, in 3 days." This was last week. This was like maybe last Wednesday. And we in next Thursday. And he said, and the headline said, the internet's supposed to black out. The internet is going to be gone in 3 days. And this was last Wednesday, right? 3 days done passed. We in next Thursday. We done passed the new Wednesday. Okay? There's no internet blackout. What happened? I thought the internet's supposed to black out. And it wasn't even a big thing throughout social media anyway. I don't know how many people clicked on his video, but it didn't happen. See, that's an example of how people who don't know, who worry too much, and people who just want to blood suck your energy so you could click on their video, how they just work people up, route people up, just to keep people worried. The corporate news is very guilty of doing this. They're the main ones that rile people up because good news, because they don't want people to hear good news. They want people to stay in the negative so they can constantly control people's minds. Okay, so they can constantly control people. That's what it's about. It's keeping people worried. So for the base of the 1%ers or a small group of people in the world to have more control over the majority. That's what it really is. So they want us to stay worried. Because really, you're killing yourself slowly when you worry too much and when you worry every day. Or even if you worry once a week in your life, you only worry once a week, you're still killing yourself. Okay? You need to stop it. Gradually stop it. Train yourself to stop worrying too much. Okay? Bring your level, your worrying level down. Like I give my worrying level minutes. I might not worry. I won't. If I worry about something, I'll cut it off for 30 minutes to an hour. I'm not prolonging it to the next day. I'm not doing that. I'm not doing that no more. So my worrying level is from 30 minutes to an hour. Some people worrying levels shorter. A lot of people's worrying levels longer than mine. Give yourself a cutoff day, a cutoff minutes when it comes to worrying. Like, okay, I'm worrying right now. I'm gonna stop worrying. Let me do something to distract myself. You know what I'm saying? So cut your worrying level. If you know you worry throughout the day, cut that to maybe half the day or to a quarter of the day or to a couple of hours. Stop worrying too much. It's not healthy. It's not mentally healthy. It's not physically healthy. Because a lot of y'all don't know, worrying too much could break you down physically. Because the mental guides the physical, or the physical reflects the mental, whatever. So you're doing yourself a disjustice mentally and physically. So stop worrying too much. And stop worrying about other people. Stop worrying about other people overseas or other people that live in let's say, I don't know, West Bubblefuck, Indiana or some shit. Or West Bubblefuck, Minnesota or some shit. And you in New York or in LA. Okay? Some of y'all that's from New York, for example, or you're from y'all that's from the North, y'all worrying about the homeless situation that's going on in, let's say, the West Coast. But you're not in the West Coast. You're in the North Coast. I mean, you're in the North Side. And you got your own homeless problem. New York have a big homeless problem. It might not be as big as California, but it's big though. You know? But am I worrying about the homeless situation anywhere? No, I'm not. I do the best I could do for homeless people. I give money to homeless people every now and then. I give away free socks. You can ask anybody. You know, I give away free items to either homeless people or non-homeless people. That's just what I do because I have a lot of stuff. So I'm like, hey, I'll give it. Doma, go ahead. Bah. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. That means that's Yoruba and that means hair Yoruba. Anyway, but but yeah, don't worry about that. Why are you worrying about people you don't know that's suffering? It's okay to be concerned about them, but you worry about them for hours, days, months, years. And some people still don't do nothing about the situation. Come on, stop doing that. Stop doing that. You're going crazy over what? Focus on your goals. Focus on that business or that side hustle you wanted to start. Or focus on making more money or scaling in your business. Or focus on traveling the world if that's what you want to do. Or focus on that nonprofit organization that you want to start. Hey, if you want to start a nonprofit organization, maybe your nonprofit organization could be dedicated to helping people overseas or helping the homeless. Okay? Do that. But to mope around with your friends or to mope around by yourself in your house, like, damn, people in South America is really doing bad. People in Venezuela they really doing bad. Damn, how can I be here in this nice, comfortable apartment? Listen. Stop feeling guilty about living comfortable than compared to other people. Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You're driving yourself crazy. And then you get on social media, you get on Facebook, and you drive other people crazy. You make other people worry. Oh, how can we work when there's people suffering? How can we talk about business and talking about elevating and talking about making money when people are suffering? Now shut the fuck up. I promise I wasn't gonna curse. Okay? Why you relax? Get a grip on yourself. What's wrong with you? Now you got me pulling out my African accent. You know what I'm saying? Come on. I'm not talking to everybody that's watching. I'm talking to people who worry. And for those who don't work, and for those who are not like this, pass this video to somebody that worries too much, so I can smack them. You know, if you're really a supporter and a fan of Grind Ethiks, send me people that I could smack on the screen, not physically, but on the screen. Shut the fuck up. What about your business? What about your side hustle? I thought you was gonna start that. But you worrying about people that you don't know. No, don't do that. And it's crazy because some people really think in their simple mind that the only bad that we live that this era is the only era where bad things happen. How ignorant people could be. How ignorant people could be. And this is not the first. Is it the first pandemic? I don't think it's the first pandemic, but it's not the first epidemic as far as disease and stuff like that. Okay? And this is not the first inflation. This is not the first recession that we in. So when everybody talk about recession, they're like, oh shoot, it's gonna be a Great Depression. No, they said recession, not Great Depression. And for those who don't know, please stop associating recession with the word depression. There's two different things. Please stop doing that. Stop being ignorant. Okay, ignorant means you just don't know. We can never stop being ignorant. But I'm just saying, stop associating recession with depression. You know who did that? You know who be doing that? The news, the corporate news. Because the corporate news is a fear-mongering machine. The corporate news don't want to help you. Their job is to fear-monger you so they could get more clicks too, just like these YouTubers. Get more, keep the eyes on their screen, and also and also their job is to satisfy the corporate world or the 1%ers or the people that's running all this, and you scared. Or for what? For what, really? Come on. You got to know this. You got to know this. Oh, yeah, the recession. The recession, depression. Like I said, two different things. A recession is a simple downturn in the market. Okay? It's a situation when the market is real up and at a single, everybody's spending money, everybody's happy, everybody's investing in different things, blah, blah, blah. Right? But at a certain point, like 10 to 12 years, the market goes down. Every 10 to 12 years, the market goes down. This is regular. This is normal. This is not, listen, especially if you in your 30s and your 40s. 20s is different. Especially if in your 30s and your 40s and your 50s. You know how many recessions you really lived? You remember? Some of y'all don't remember the 1987 recession. And I was 8 years old in 1987. Some of y'all that's grown, y'all never even seen the 87 recession. Me, I was around in 87, but I wasn't paying attention to no goddamn recession in 1987. I was worried about Voltron and and motherfucking Thundercats. That's what I'm worried about. I'm worried about whether Lionel from Thundercats is going to be okay on the next episode. I'm worried about that. I'm not worried about no goddamn recession at 8 years old. I don't know what the hell that is. And what about the 91 recession? There was a recession in 91. There was one in 2001. I didn't see it. I didn't feel it. And I was a grown man. That was the same year of 9/11 when the towers came down, whatever, right? 2008 was like the most popular one. And this is 2008 was the recession where the news had a big field day fear-mongering people to death. And then after the recession, 2009, 2010, it was over. And the market went back up. And then when there's another inflation, recession, that everybody's scared again. Oh, shoot, recession. It's going to be another world. It's going to be another world. A recession. Oh, yeah, I forgot to tell you the definition of depression. A depression is like a recession on steroids. Yeah, I understand. A depression is not a simple recession. A depression is when things is really fucked up. It's when everybody almost everybody is. It's when less shit is fucked up. Okay, a depression is when as like I said, it's a recession on steroids. But we haven't had a recession since the 1930s. Okay, you worry too much. You worry too much. At the end, see, one thing I realized about life, growing older, certain things in life unfolds itself. Certain nature just take care of things. Nature just take care of things, like unfold things. You know what I'm saying? Things just unfolds itself, handle itself. You know what I'm saying? Just like there's been times when my neck was hurting or something, parts of my body was hurting. I'm like, oh, do I go to the doctor? And I really didn't have to go to the doctor because the situation took care of itself. Or maybe I took care of it to a certain degree by drinking water or drinking some ginger or eating some sea moss. You know, oh, speaking of sea moss, you know, today's episode is sponsored by Ayama Natural. Ayama Naturals. You can get your sea moss, your blueberry juice, your natural Viagra, aka bedroom bully. Yo, the link is on the bottom. Okay. If you want to get your sea moss, if you heard about sea moss and you want to try it, yo, first learn about it. Go to ayamanaturals.com on the bottom. So you can learn about it first before you buy it. You know, do that. And big shouts to Yamaha Naturals, my proud sponsor. You know what I mean? Anyway, but yeah. Yeah, stop worrying, man. Stop worrying. Yeah, worry too much. And like I said, nature finds a way to uphold or to unfold things. Or when you at a relaxed type of state and you just live for the moment, like fuck it. It is what it is. Let me write or something. You know, let me let me write a book. Let me write a movie script about the situation. Or let me make fun of the situation. Let me record a comedy skit about the situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, or let me write a song about whatever's going on to pass the time. And then later on, things start unfolding itself. And you know, like the pandemic. I didn't know. I thought this pandemic shit was going to be longer than this. I thought it was going to be crazy. You know what I mean? It wasn't. It wasn't what people thought it was going to be. You know, the 9/11 situation wasn't what people thought it was going to be, or people predicted it was going to be. People really thought during 2001, when the 9/11 situation happened, that a bunch of Arabs was going to take over planet Earth. I mean, a bunch of Arabs was going to take over North America, and we was going to start speaking Arabic. I mean, there's a possibility that can happen. But I'm just laughing when people said that was going to happen and it didn't happen. And it didn't happen. So what we was working ourselves up, what we was rounding ourselves up, what we was going crazy for? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Okay? Nothing. Come on, you ain't gonna round me up, especially if I'm smoking weed. Don't fuck up my high, my nigga. Okay, please. Don't fuck up my high. Because when I'm puffing trees, I like to feel happy. I like to feel relaxed. Especially if I had a hard day. I like to feel relaxed. Okay? When I'm puffing trees, if I'm not in the park looking at the trees and looking at the other trees or looking at the grass and the flowers, I like to think about the grass and the flowers while puffing trees. Okay? Like, no. Don't fuck up my high. And I'm telling my friends, because some of my friends be watching this, my personal friends I know offline, I'm telling them in advance. Okay? Oh, man. Don't get yourself right up with nothing, man. Live your life, man. Life is worth living. Life is not worth worrying. You got to understand the Matrix programmed us to worry about stuff. That's part of the program. Worry about stuff that's not going to happen, or worry about stuff that halfway happens and it's not even that bad. That's what the Matrix programmed us to do. You know? And this New World Order stuff that they talk about, duh, we really live in a New World Order. Duh. This is the New World Order. And it's not really what, it's not really what, I'm like, this is the New World Order? Okay, there's cameras around. Okay. You know, I can't really stab the nigga that I really want to stab because there's cameras around. I mean, I mean, for real. Like, so what? Big deal. There's cameras around. You know, Facebook has face recognition. You know, stuff like that. Stuff like that you got to be concerned about. But to think about it all day and to go crazy about it, no. I'd rather go crazy over a blunt. Okay? No, I'm good. But yeah, man, focus on your goals and train yourself to lower down your worrying level. Train yourself to do that, man, and live in the present time. Live in the moment, man. Okay? Just be grateful. You wake up every morning still breathing. And that's the biggest success of all, is waking up every day still breathing, still alive physically. And you worry too much about the future. Don't go crazy over the past, and don't go crazy over the future. And don't go crazy over today. Just chill, relax. Okay? Do what you like to do. Play basketball, go in the yard, play, shoot hoops, you know what I'm saying? Puff some trees, go have sex with somebody. I don't know. Go do something to relax yourself. You know? But anyway, I'm out. I just want to do this part 2 real quick. God damn, 32 minutes? Anyway, I got to keep these minutes in mind. Anyway, I'm out. And remember, peoples, tell a friend that is all about the motherfucking grind. Basically.